Hello everyone, my name is Lin Yu, a person who is blessed with the system that daily distributes money. Which I got after I died 3 years ago and came back to life. But the money that is given by the system is actually not the same money everyone would think, but the nether currency, which would be only useful after I die. But with this money I got from the system, I became a person who could do anything I want in this journey, so let's see how this journey unfolds. In front of me a notification rang saying that the mightiest ultimate tycoon system is activated. And got 1 million nether tokens as my today's random reward, which shown my balance is 9,755,000,000,000 nether tokens. The system even issued me a task for the first time to spend at least 100,000 nether tokens. With that notification I woke up from my bed and I was asking myself that there is no way I would die again to just spend these nether tokens. But while I was washing my face I saw bloody writing on a mirror which told me that I had been selected to play the 5th close beta of the Global Menace. And I had around 16 hours before the dungeon will start. As I closely observed this message, it was not given to me by my system, but a real prompt appeared in front of me on the mirror. And even the bloody words contained the energy of Nether Ying. But the thing is I had no choice right now, so I started thinking, if this is the close beta for the 5th time, there had to be some information available from the people who went in before me. So I started searching the web and found many details online. And also the notice of the Global Menace explaining that if I received the information and invitation, this is time for me to get into my head and explain myself that the shit is real. That in these dungeons at least half of the players die each time. But the survivors will gain the great chance to control the ghost and objects in the game. So it all depends on my strength and my luck. But with the system in my hand I had a better chance than anyone else to survive in this apocalyptic game. So that night I prepare myself with the things I would need in the dungeon. And I got myself summoned into the dungeon of the Global Menace. The dungeon was called as the Underworld Inn. The task is to survive in the dungeon for 2 days with 6 players in total. I saw all of the people who are summoned with me Wefe newbies except one person who is veteran of this game. The person who was experienced in the game was saying that he deals with this shit every 2 weeks and this is his 5th time coming into the Global Menace. Scaring everyone that new players have very low chance of survival. I asked him as he survived until now he could give some tips for us newbies. The person was definitely thinking about something else and just gave the information I found online. At that time a wrathful ghost came out of the doors of the Underworld Inn and started explaining us about our jobs. But before he explained clearly about our jobs at the inn, he gave us overview of the inn's rules. The first one was if we are assigned to any job we had to do that job perfectly and can't slack off at all. And it would be sure as hell if we did anything wrong, and secondly, if we made any damage to the inn's property we have to pay it out of our own pocket. If we offend the customers they can make it rough for us and we could be endangered, while there is nothing the boss would do for us at that time. The bookkeeper started giving us jobs and give me and the girl next to me was to serve the customers in the dining area. When the girl was about to ask him some questions, and couldn't move at that time I caught her hand and took her inside the inn before she could get me in the mess with her. As I took her inside she thanked me and said that her name was Lee and I introduced myself as Lin. While we were waiting for the customers a ghost came to which she was quite shocked and couldn't even introduce herself. I invited him inside and asked him to take a seat and I'll be just there to take his order. If I didn't talk he would have misunderstood us for a walking buffet. He just gave his order and when I went into the kitchen to get his order I tried picking up a kettle, which was so hot as a result my hands got burned a little bit and a few cups broke. The immediate reaction of the girl was not to get away from me but asking if we should hide the cups and the evidence that the cups actually broken. But I knew this wouldn't help us anyway because they would have already noticed. The bookkeeper came from behind and asked me how I could be this clumsy and wanted me to pay for the cup I have broken worth 50 copper coins. As he thought I couldn't have any money and wanted me to pay with my right hand that dropped the cup. I asked him how he could even think that I won't have any money and I withdrawn 50,000 nether tokens in the form of copper coins. With that converted I have withdrawn 5,000 coins arranged in the manner of 1,000 copper coins for string and I paid him with 1,000 coins. But when I was taking out these coins he felt a pure stream of yin energy from my body which he couldn't even deduce how I could be possessing. He was afraid that if I would offer this copper coins to any person in the inn, they would happily oblige to take his life. The girl behind me is actually quite shocked as how could I make a ghost kneel in front of me in just a few minutes. With 1,000 copper coins I could even make a ghost of that capacity kneel. With that I knew that my tycoon system is more powerful than I even imagined. I am seeing right now the ghosts are definitely chained by the rules and couldn't do anything about them. The bookkeeper couldn't argue with me as I told him to just keep the change, as he was the best at managing money, but the problem was it was not less than he could manage, but a lot more than he could even handle. I just said them to not make this a big matter and keep the leftover change as a tip. Seeing that I only completed 1/10 of my challenge, I started breaking more of those plates and paying with all the copper coins I had in my hand. As I was about to break more plates, the boss lady asked me to stop this, because if I had broken any more dishes it would be hard for them to even run the business. As there was no choice or other alternative to this method, I have to stop and think of something else. After that I took hot water to the customer, thinking that if he would have gotten any problem with my service I would just compensate him with money, but the ghost was so afraid of me it was confusing. And even Lee from back was thinking the same thing. I used this as my next golden opportunity and offered to pay for his meal and ordered everything on the menu, and not only that but excluded the items which are less costing than 30 copper coins and ordered everything else on the menu ×3. Even with that I could only spend 1,000 more copper coins. So as I was thinking, I asked Lee to post a poster out of the inn saying that all the food and drinks they ordered today will be provided free of cost, which would be covered by me. With this I had no problem spending all of the money I would need to complete the task. Many ghosts entered the inn and enjoying the time of their lives. After listening to what the ghost was saying, many of them wanted to be my friends and some even want to marry me. Miss Lee was really confused if I was really a newbie. I asked her to get herself a break and drink a portion of nourishing soup of yin energy. After I paid for the soup I completed my task and got 10 soul purification liquors and a cash card sent to my inventory. With the effects of soul purification liquor I could become a ghost commander right now. With that I took a bottle of soul purification liquor to increase my yin energy in the body. With the enticing smell of the soul purification liquor, every single ghost in the inn was attracted to it. They were secretly trying to learn who was my backing and what I could do. While giving a toast to each and everyone in the inn, I chugged a whole bottle, which raised my spiritual awareness and spiritual force in my body. After becoming a level 1 ghost commander I understood the system rewards were truly great. And with that I got my second quest to spend 30,000 nether tokens in a single go. I truly wanted the reward for this quest, as the reward was none other than the ghost contracts of primal level, with which I could create my own entourage. With everything happening around me, the ghosts started presenting me with their tools of yin energy to gain my favor. I was not someone who would say no to everything I was about to gain, so I took everything they gave me and increased my chance of survival in this world. The first ghost customer gave me a mirror which he couldn't understand what it was. Seeing that it was a high-level yin energy tool, I took it. The other ghosts saw this thing and started presenting me with their own, which I accepted without any questions. The ghost who didn't have any tools of yin energy, they gave me their life force to charge my tools, which would protect me in the future. With that the inn has closed for the day, and the bookkeeper was happy, saying that today's business was 5 times more than any other day he had ever seen. The boss of the inn announced to everyone that the business for the day has been ended, and asked everyone working to have a meal together. With that a notification popped out. 2 people have already died, leaving 4 people left in the dungeon. And to see what happened next, be sure to like the videos and subscribe to our channel. We will be posting the next episode very soon. So adios amigos.